What's up YouTube, Playmatter here, and today I'm talking all about testing and how to test effectively. At the beginning, test against any opponent. I've been constructing this new deck, playing around with Necros and kind of learning exactly how to use it, and I just wanted to let you in on my process of how I test and how I feel when I'm testing effectively. So at the very beginning, you want to learn the basic combos of your deck. Watch videos of how to do the combos in the decks and things like that. But also just play the deck, so you can play it against your opponent, any sort of opponent whatsoever, a friend or an AI if you play on Dev Pro or whatever. Just so that you can get a brief understanding of your deck, and then obviously make adjustments to the deck whenever you notice cards that are being dead on a frequent basis, or that you discover there are cards that your deck does need to win, so it's constantly losing and you're like, okay, I need to play this certain card. So yeah, basically start by learning how to play the deck in general. Then the next one you want to do is play the mirror match as much as you can, preferably with friends so that you can both learn together and discuss things and start critiquing each other's plays, and then see what works for them and learn as many of the combos in the deck as possible. So let's, for example, see that they have certain cards that open up a certain combo, then you are going to see those combos twice as often because your deck is being used as well. And then obviously, after you've gone through this process, constantly adjust your deck based on what you've learned over time, extra deck, side deck, and then when you think you've got a main deck list, so as soon as you feel this is a deck that I would take to my locals or that I take to a regionals because I'm that happy with it, from now on you need to test matches only, because genuinely I don't think that testing game ones is relevant, because you can lose as many game ones against Cliff Fort as you like, but you might win every game 2 and 3, or vice versa against other decks. So you might win every Shaddoll matchup but really lose due to siding or Satella Knights. And yeah, no, I definitely think that any deck that you're playing, you really need to play all 3 games because of just how important and how game 2 and 3 account for more than 50% of your games ever. So why would you test them less often than you test your game 1? So yeah, that's one of my little pet hates. So yeah, test matches. Try and test against the best opponents that you can play against. Try and find maybe an accomplished friend or group of friends who are good at Yu-Gi-Oh! And have topped quite a lot of tournaments, or try and test against people who are really high rating online. So high rating. I mean, it's not always the case that people that are high rating are great at Yu-Gi-Oh! And really good to test against, but you're much more likely to go against a good player in a high rating game on Duel Network than you are, for example, to just go against anyone randomly. And especially if you're just playing against players at your locals, like the players that are high rating online, it's going to give you a much more realistic testing basis for when you are at an actual event, because those people in real life are going to know what deck you're playing, they're going to know who you are, whereas if you go to a YCS or regionals, then you're probably going to go against quite a few opponents that you don't know. So yeah, it's good to test against people that are high rating on DN, just simply for that sort of much more realistic experience. You'll be going against decks that you don't know what you're playing against, players you don't know who they are, and at a certain skill level and at a certain meta. So they're probably going to be playing mostly meta decks or decks that you will see in the higher tables at regionals or YCS or nationals. So yeah, that's really a brief kind of overview of what you should be really focusing on and thinking about when you're testing. There's a lot more detail in there, but for now that's all I'm going to do for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button, and if you haven't already, do subscribe. I'm currently in the Yugioh Grand Championships. I beat MCall40 to come to the top 16, and my next game will be next week. Check all that out on Simo's channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Till next time, Playmatter signing out.